Well, look, I know it's still fresh, but looking back at the season it has been, how do you sort of reflect on it?
Yeah, I suppose coming off last year where we were pretty disappointed with our performances, and I think the main thing last year was we were a bit inconsistent, and we were very good against some teams and then pretty poor and lost games we probably should have won. And I suppose reflecting on this season, the most pleasing thing has been a very consistent team, and there's probably two games where we sort of didn't play our way and lost convincingly, but for every other game, it felt like we were always in it, and we won more than we lost. And unfortunately, we weren't able to sort of get the job done late in the year when games were tight. But I feel like if you sort of reflect on the year compared to the year gone by, we've been in more games than we were the year before, and we've given ourselves a lot more opportunities. And we want to be in more of those games where we're playing good teams and it's a tight contest. And the challenge now is to work on finishing the work off and winning those tight games. And I suppose that's the difference between playing finals, winning premierships, is the good teams are able to win the close games and win more than their opposition. So, I suppose it feels like a missed opportunity because we obviously were in the position to sort of play finals and go all the way, really, and we just weren't able to do it.
Individually, though, you've had a really big season yourself. First full season in the midfield after transitioning out of defence, and obviously rewarded with your first All-Australian squad selection. Yeah, from an individual standpoint, big year for you?
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasing year for me. It's my first year playing every game, which is a good start. And yeah, I suppose I just, with the continuity of playing each week, I've got a lot of confidence in my body and in my ability to go out and execute my role each week. So, I've been pleased in my ability to sort of transition positions and evolve in that space. And I feel like I'm a different player at the end of the year than I was at the start of the year. And I feel like I've improved. So that's the goal every year, is just to get better and keep improving, and that will be the goal next year. Yeah, probably a key learning for me this year was playing on some of the best players in the comp, and one of them being Patrick Cripps. And he's one of the best players, particularly with his stoppage craft and his physicality around the ball. And me being a young midfielder, but a sort of a bigger bodied midfielder, I sort of learned a lot from a few of the tricks he used on me. And he's obviously a very special player, and getting the opportunity to play on him and learn a few things was really, really special.
What's that sort of connection piece like in that midfield group? Obviously being in there now with a couple of other young stars and Andy, Caleb and the likes, and then also Nat Fife, we all know what he's like. How's the connection sort of built over the season?
Yeah, it's been a real positive with our midfield group. I feel like our chemistry together and the way we complement each other as players makes us a pretty formidable team and midfield group. And I just feel like as the year progressed, we all sort of improved in different areas of our game and started to understand our strengths and weaknesses and how we can support each other. And it's gonna hold us in really good stead going forward if we want to be a midfield group that has multiple threats and a lot of depth in there. So I feel like we're sort of building on that, and it's exciting to be a part of.
Looking holistically at the year as well, it's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, from the Cam sort of tribute game, the big win away at Sydney, the gather round, the back-to-back losses there in the tight affairs. Just sort of how do you ride that emotion with the team and the real connection club-wide? How does it sort of hold you guys?
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable season. So much has happened, and even like the evenness of the comp has just made it just a pretty special year to be a part of. And I suppose it speaks to the support of our members and fans that come each week and get behind us. And we absolutely love running out in front of them. And win, lose or draw, they're always there for us supporting, and that makes a big difference. And then I suppose dealing with all those ups and downs. I suppose our connection as a playing group and our leadership under Alex and Caleb and Andy has been really important for us. And we spoke a lot this year about controlling our own story, and we knew that there was going to be ups and downs, and people would write us off, or we'd be going really well and everyone would be talking us up, and we just wanted to make sure that we were in control of our destiny and our own story. And we felt like we did that throughout the whole year, and we were pretty consistent with our approach each week. And I suppose the business of football is you put yourself on the line and you can get your heart broken, and that happened this year. And That's something that's going to sting for a while, but that's just the nature of the beast. Is you go out there, compete, and there's no guarantees. And we gave it our best shot this year, and we were good, but we weren't good enough. So we've got to reflect and get better. And I suppose from all the adversity and all the positives this year, we're going to be a much better group, and I suppose there's been a lot of growth throughout the year that it's going to hold us in really good stead going forward.
You've sort of touched on it, but looking back at 2023, the club wasn't in this position at all. Up at the end of the season, it wasn't a possibility. And then to this year, we've had more wins, and obviously heartbreaking to fall short at the end of the line, but clearly trending in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, we felt like this year's been a really consistent year for us. Our performances have been much more consistent, and we've been in a lot of games of football. So yeah, the direction that we're heading in is a really positive one, and we're super excited. And it's disappointing at the moment because we felt like this year was a missed opportunity, and we really could have made it something special, but it just wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. And we'll move on and look to get better next year. But we're certainly really excited about the position we're in, and really pleased that we're able to sort of play consistent footy this year.
What sort of the process now look like over the off season for you?
So I spent a couple of weeks just refreshing, I suppose reflecting on the year and having some time just to rest, and then get stuck back into training and looked at areas I need to improve on physically, mentally, and with my craft, and get to work. Spend a bit of time away, get away from Perth a bit, and explore, and come back refreshed and really eager to get into it.
What's it sort of look like or mean to you to represent the Freo fans more broadly, week to week, home and away?
Yeah, it's a huge honour, and last week we had our 30-year members come and visit us, and meeting those people who have supported us from day dot and the passion they have for the football club, it's just amazing, really, and I feel very, very privileged to pull on the jumper each week and represent those sort of people who have been there from, as I said, day dot, and haven't quite sort of tasted the ultimate success, but are always there supporting us, and they have full faith in us that we're going to be able to get the job done soon. And that's why we rock up each week. That's why we get up early and train and do all the hard yards so that we can pull on the jumper and make our fans proud.
What is the message to them looking ahead?
Stick with us, enjoy the ride. It's going to be an incredible couple of years coming up, and we're super excited. As I said, we feel like we're in control of our own story, and they're very much a part of our story, and we want to bring them along for the ride, and just get excited.